Okay.
Yep. Will do when you tag me.
Okay. It should be tagging you like right now. But don't worry about it because I have plenty of things to say and talk about now that the computer's back up and running.
Hi, we are back. Meow.
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 Would you say that we are back right? Meow?
I think like right meow we're back, but maybe ask me. I got nothing. All right, carry on. What's your story?
We left off that I need to clean up my garage, and so I am doing
for your new car.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have a clean garage, and I'm gonna have all this space. And as you roasted me quietly in the group chat, that I'm an idiot, and I have a driveway for 5 and 3 car garage, so should be okay.
I think you can manage with your only 2 cars. Well, you have more than 2, but 2 drivers.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna be like musical chairs, but I'm just like, this fucking breathalyzer thing is annoying. Like, I basically have to give the thing a blowjob before I can go anywhere.
Do you have to? So, is there like, does it record a minimum amount of times that you're actually driving it?
Well, and it like records everywhere and every time that I drive it. So it's just like, I mean, guys, I work from home. I live at home. I mean, like, I don't. Right. Of course, I live at home, but like,
I live at home.
I don't really. Go, I guess, for lack of better terms, I don't really go anywhere.
Right, and when you do, like, it's to an event, so you're not driving anyway. So,
right. So I already.
Like, I don't know if you like don't use it for the. How long do you have to have it? A year.
A year, yeah.
So like when you turn it in and it's got like 5 results.
Well, it does like a monthly check, I guess. I don't know. This is like my first time ever having consequences for my actions, so I'm really confused.
Okay.
But like, it's kind of been one of those things, and it is my fault 100%, but like, this is the most privileged thing in the world that I've just been able to blissfully be ignorant of that any sort of punishment before. Like, this is the first time I've ever actually had to do anything, which is not something I should be proud of. But you know what? Fuck it. I've lived a cushy life until I haven't, and now I have to pay for my actions. Damn it.
Well, when you have a lawyer in Aruba to complain about.
He's back now.
Well, I know that.
That was funny though. I didn't realize how much dad bod tees like actually listen to what we do. I know that sounds stupid, but just like like I didn't realize how much he actually listened to the show in order to like be making these shirts on the fly like that.
Right.
You know? Like that's impressive. Like, I've never had that before. So what up?
I've never had somebody t-shirt meme me. Just follow me around making t-shirts.
I'm looking at the show notes today, and we've got a lot of good stuff going on. This is the first time I've looked at it all day. I'm sorry, guys. It's been number 1, Moving Boy. Holly Boy?
Moving Boy.
Holly Boy?
Holly Boy. Yeah, I'll accept a Holly. Well, you're not. Are you hauling? You haven't hauled yet.
I did. I've already.
Oh, you did?
I already dumped all, because we're having large item pickup in Grandview tomorrow, in case anybody wants to know, for $20. I don't know where you take it. I don't know where they pick it up, but I gave my mom $20, or maybe I didn't. I should probably Venmo her and say thanks for the heroin, Mom.
Right.
And Venmo her for the large item pickup because that's tomorrow. And I'm just giving, like, literally taking, like, I put 7 car seats in the back of this truck because I've had 7 different car seats for 2 children and drywall, a drum set, a bed. Like, if anybody needs a double bed frame, I have a double bed frame that's like a platform bed frame. Like, I don't know. Do people still have their beds on the floor? I hope not, because you're definitely not getting laid.
Oh, is that a thing?
That is totally a thing.
What about like the California beds? Those are on the floor.
No, platform beds are different because they're actually on a bed frame. Like, they're not.
But it's almost floor, right?
It's very low, so that's different though. But if you have like a platform bed frame, that's okay. But like for people that move into houses, or like we're in our 30s, like I'm in my 30s, and I'm just gonna keep saying this because I have to come to terms with it. But like, isn't that gross if you go to somebody's house and you're like an adult? We've already talked about the pillows thing, and I've gotten a lot of feedback on the pillows thing, mainly because that person listened and got very offended, and then had some other girl roast him. So I'm like,
Yeah.
clearly I'm not the only one. So he's like, wow, I guess I really do need to get new pillows. And yep, sure did. And the Starbucks advice that you gave clearly works.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying on the bed frame thing, listen to me on this one. But like, what guy is in their 30s? Or like, even if you want to impress a chick when you're in college, put your fucking bed on a bed frame.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I don't know. I think it's weird to not have a bed frame. So I don't think I've ever like moved somewhere and just been like, I don't have a bed frame. That's weird. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, but you're I don't know. I feel like you're kind of the same way. Like, why would I want to live that way when I don't have to? So you just fix it.
Right. I slept on the floor for like a week once, like when I was like 21 in my first apartment.
Oh my god, that's the most fun.
Yeah.
Like, but first apartments. Aw.
Ugh. I hate it. That was an awful place.
I can't remember my first. Oh, well. The first place I moved after was not normal because I was on internship, so I wasn't living at home. I was just living at where I worked. And where I worked was weird. So I was living on the side of a
strip club.
No, I worked on a horse, like, I worked on 2 different horse farms. The first one was in Las Vegas, and it was just basically, like, I lived in the corner in a guest house, and then the other one was in New Mexico, and I lived on the side of a mountain. So I, like, didn't have, like, the first apartment I had was probably when I was older, like 22, 23. I don't know. I feel like you should have your first apartment when you're, like, 19.
Well, no, because you got to go to college and stuff.
Yeah, but some people don't live in the dorms. I didn't.
It was required for TCU. You have to live in the dorms your first 2 years.
And then you just get used to it. And it's kind of convenient.
Oh, the dorms were way nicer than the apartment.
You're like,
except, like, you can't have alcohol, I don't think. So that was
I'm sure everyone paid attention to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Definitely not. But no, that's the thing. It's just like we had I don't know, it was just weird. Like the first apartment thing, I had somebody try to invite me to their housewarming of their new apartment, and I laughed at them and said, call me when you get a real house.
Yeah, an apartment housewarming, at least here in like Kansas City, that's weird. Like, unless you had like a nice downtown apartment.
Yeah, I will come there. Not. No, then you remember that then.
Yeah, if you're getting an apartment in the burbs, not coming. Sorry.
I'm not showing up. Like, and what are you supposed to do? Like, let's look at my fluorescent, terrible overhead lighting, and look over here. Right. This is a bathroom that somebody else has used so many times. Maybe every other year there's a new person living here. I don't know. This could be where people did some really kinky shit. I don't know.
That is true. You never really think about that. Like,
yeah, that's
what. Like, on top of the fact that they probably banged on every surface in your new place, like all of the, like, what if they had a cat before you and it was all over its paws all over the place?
Ew. Just do the paws thing again, like.
Touch everything.
They touch everything. That's like when you said on Wednesday, you were like, yeah, like the cat cafe. I'm like, that sounds like my honest to God personal nightmare.
Yeah, I just don't like what cats have no boundaries. Like a dog, you say no, it'll stay down. Cats, they're not going to. So like, why would you put them in a cafe? Like they're just gonna step on everything. I don't get it. I don't get it. Cat people are
weird. Oh my god,
weird.
This is so funny. I was objectifying one of our male friends in a group chat the other morning. You were there, and so another friend of ours was watching and was like, I noticed that Notre Josh got on, so I immediately left because I knew that you weren't going to be paying attention to me anyways.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, but Notre Josh is so much fun to just like mess with.
He is, and like he has very dad vibes, so he doesn't get it.
No, we're like blatantly like, hey Josh, if you want somebody to come over and bang you for your birthday, we'll do it. And then he's like, ha ha ha, you kids.
Right. That was no Josh, really though.
No, you offered spankings. Are you coming over or nah? So what's the time frame that we're looking at? Is Aaron coming too? Cool. Let's go.
See you there, bring barbecue. Thanks.
He's like, just want to make sure everybody got fed.
So you ran into them though, the power couple of Kansas City.
The power couple of Kansas City over at Talk of the Town. When it's
you got takeout from Talk of the Town, both of you?
No, they were eating there.
Oh. Okay, but you got takeout. Is that a common thing to do?
No, I was just over in that area. I was tanning, and then I was over in that area, and I went and got to-go food. I don't know. I was high. Leave me alone. I do weird stuff when I'm stoned. Like, I don't even think that you know half the things that I'm, like, up to when I'm high and a free-range chicken. Like, it is weird. I clean up my garage. I go and go through things and decide to start selling them on Let Go, the Let Go app or whatever that is.
You have the Let Go app?
Yes, I got that. Only because of TV. So if you are looking for your target demographic of dumb person that will download apps, I have now, so far, just this like last 2 weeks alone, downloaded like 3 apps that I found on Instagram.
Oh.
So I have a problem.
I'm interested to hear about them. Later, not now. People don't care, I don't think.
Oh,
but.
No, they definitely don't. But it's like now that Instagram, you can buy things in the app. I am dangerous on Instagram, so I have to stay off of it. Yeah, I bought 2 pairs of sunglasses yesterday, not because I needed them, because I'm like, glitter and I would look good in these. Huh? I can get 2 for the price of 1. Oh, it's 2 for the price of 1 and like a half. Oh, well, that's a better deal anyways. Which one does she like? I don't know. I'll just get 1 of each. Okay. Dangerous.
Yeah, it is very dangerous. I have not come out, like, I expected them to sell more to me, which has not happened yet. I don't see many more ads. I don't know why, though.
Well, maybe it's because you're busy buying $69,000 cars in your shopping cart, so they know they need to figure out your range. That's what they're trying to figure out. They
are really confused, probably by my search, my browser history of camo shit, and then Porsche 911s. Like, they're like, I don't know what she needs.
We can't identify this customer. What in the world is going on?
I don't know.
I mean, it's funny though, because now we got to talk about this real quick, because it's the most, I like to talk about like the astrology stuff with you because you get it, like the moon sign and the rising sign, whatever. But like, it is the most Gemini thing I've ever seen in my life as a Gemini moon, to have the 2 options of vehicles that I will have for the next year at least, is going to be a new Mercedes SUV and then my 1996 Jeep that has the interior falling apart. Like, that is my chakra in a nutshell right there. You get 2 options with me. It's either fucking homeless war Vietnam vet or Mercedes.
It's ridiculous. But it does fit you.
It's a good combination. And now this truck is out of control. I have listened to Old Town Road at least 7 times.
I'm confused because it's on the hip hop station. I thought it was a country song.
I thought we all determined that it was country, but
yeah.
But
it was on what, Shade, right?
Yeah, it was on Shade 45 or Hip Hop Nation, which is 44. So either one of those, and I'm like, okay. We've discovered Billy Ray Cyrus is more hip hop than his daughter, who tried to get into the black community for how long? She's like, that was her thing for
well, that was like 4 or 5 years straight of being a weirdo.
She was just trying to be accepted by Black Twitter, and now her dad's like #1 star in Black Twitter. I think
slides right in.
Like, what up, fam?
That song, man. I can't get it out of my head. It's
I know.
So
I'm singing
bad.
it right now. It's
now. So bad. It's a terrible song, but it's so catchy that it's going to be my favorite song by the next week because I can't get it out of my head.
Well, I don't understand with I guess this is a weird time for new music to be coming out anyways, because I feel like most people drop new stuff during football season, and I know that sounds ridiculous,
fall, for sure.
But like, it's more fall, and like that's when more sporting events are going on. I felt like last year we had like with Mo Bamba and then like 2 other songs, and that's all we heard during football season. That was it. And now this one is just like a really weird time. Nothing else is really out right now. Nothing new is, at least. And so I feel like this is what our anthem is going to be until somebody else, for the love of God, can somebody else put out another fucking song?
No, because you're right. Like it is like the off season of music. They start hitting in the summer because you have all the people going out to the pool and shit. Um, but yeah, I think we're stuck with horses in the back until it'll be a while.
I just want another option. Like I don't even care if it's then again, Avicii's they're gonna be releasing his album I think later this month or next month. So basically everyone's like, oh, we already got our album for the summer. So like the summer anthem, we don't need it.
He's dead.
Right. Well, that's why it's gonna be a bop, because that's what happens. Like nobody appreciates anybody when they're still alive.
That's awkward.
Although I am specifically waiting for one man to die. Let me check and see if he has yet.
What? Are we hoping?
Not hoping. I'm just saying
he's just sick and you're on the watch.
No, I don't even know if he's sick.
Okay.
Hold on.
We're about to get really weird.
It's Freaky Friday, right? No, we can go back to whatever you were talking about, but...
No, I need to know who we're wishing death upon. On our platform.
Okay, so what's 2019 minus 1915?
I'm not doing math.
Okay, hold on. Fuck.
104.
This is 104?
Yeah.
Is he dead yet? Yes, he is dead.
I was gonna say, he's not 104 years old.
Oh, this is the wrong one. Anyways, we'll get back to this.
Who?
It's an artist that I have a lot of his paintings, and he's been supposed to be dead.
You're waiting to die for him to die so you can get rich?
No.
Oh my god.
That's why I'm not saying it. But if you see me rolling around in a Mercedes, just kidding. You'll see me in a Mercedes. That's not the reason that it's there. I got a really good deal on it. But I am possibly waiting for some artist to die. Sue me. Whatever.
Wow. What if he dies like today? They will sue you. Because they'll be like, malicious intent. She plotted this shit.
God damn it. I'm just kidding. I got a court date in a month and 5 days that I've been trying to get to unscathed for the last I mean, now that I know what my court date is, since pretty much, yeah, the last 11 days I've been very anxious about when it's going to be. I know it now. I cannot get into a malicious intent or attempted murder. I'm not killing the guy. I'm right here. I've got an alibi.
Like murder. What is this? Murder 1? This is plotted. Yes?
It's not plotted. I'm not going to kill him. If he dies on his own accord, it was not me.
If he dies from poison, I don't know.
Well, I didn't say his name, so now nobody knows who it is. And don't go around poisoning local artists. That's not nice.
Oh, he's local. We're
no,
there.
he's not. He's
We're
not
honing
local.
in.
He is not
We're
local.
honing in.
He's not local. But his art value has gone up quite.
So now,
these are all
absolute takes with Megan and Martha Stewart, insider trading.
That is pretty funny. It's not like he has a IPO for his art company. Or do artists even make money? Let's be real.
Not until they die. That is a fact, though. You were right on that.
That's a really long tangent.
But it's because of shitheads like you that wait until they die.
I was wondering if there's any movement in the market until then. And right now, it looks like his originals are going for about what I thought they would be going for, but it's not enough yet.
How much is that?
Huh?
How much?
Like $3,200 each.
For one?
For one, from 1975. We got all of his stuff. Literally the entire house. If you've ever been over to the house, you know exactly who this is if you know anything about art. And it is everywhere. And so I'm like, okay, his brother that was also an artist died. So we'll see what I'm not waiting on somebody to die to get rich. I'm just saying there's a lot of paintings in my house. It feels cluttered. Part of being zen and bringing joy to my life is not feeling cluttered. And if these paintings were to be more expensive at a certain time after this guy dies, so be it.
So much hell for you this week. So much.
I've been a horrible person.
A little bit.
But it's been fun.
That's okay. That's okay.
I've had a great time. So
I've had a good time. That's all that matters.
I mean, that's in the scheme of things in life. You don't sit around saying, "Hey, wow, I wish I would have been more uptight about things."
That's true. That is true.
So I'm just living my best Zen life. I meditate twice a day now. I've never been more happy in my life. You are witnessing it. You've inspired a lot of people though. you know, with the fact that you got into what I consider the best shape I've ever known you to be in, and you are keeping with it, which is something that a lot of people can't do. And since 810's Border Patrol did an entire health and fitness segment, I have no problem talking. Yeah, they basically were like jerking each other off, saying, "Well, you also work out, and you've been looking good too, and I just want everyone to feel and look good." I'm like, you guys are ridiculous.
Go back to being fat.
I was like, come on. Well, and I've had friends that are just like happier when they're not hungry all the time. So,
yeah,
I just want everybody to feel and, you know, do their best. I don't know. This is not fucking Zen like moment time for the entire show, but I just want to say that I think that you being my best friend, you rub off on me, not in that way, sickos, but she's like, yeah.
It's up to my Patreon to find out.
Oh, that's what we should start teasing people with. Be like, it might be there, it might not. We don't know.
I don't know. You'll have to pay me money to find out if it's there.
It's non-refundable. Just saying. But yeah, you know, there you go. You're an inspiration, damn it.
Zen mode. So we found out via group chat yesterday you plan out your meditations.
Yeah.
How does that work?
That's the best thing about the other app that I've been coerced into downloading. What was it, like 2 months ago? I just now started using it last month. Last month.
The Calm one or a different?
The Calm one. It's still the same Calm thing. But you have to like pick what you're going to meditate about. Like if you're stressed, you meditate about stress and stress relief. If you are, if you're worried about being too emotional, if you're feeling hurt or sadness, I don't know, then you you go with the sad one, and it talks you through things. And it's really crazy because like I've often wondered why athletes do this, and why a lot of athletes have turned to the holistic and kind of metaphysical stuff, which is like the crystals and everything else that like we always joke about. Are you wearing one now?
No, not right now. Okay. I do have mine right here though in front of me.
Show us your crystal. See?
I was actually going to bring it, and I think we'll start it next week, but I think we're going to start doing like a daily tarot thing. Ooh. Like just our tarot card for the show. It'll be good. Anyway, sorry.
So, no, but like I have questions about that too. So, but you have to just pick and choose like what you are gonna focus on during that time. So like, with all subtweeting aside, like I think anybody that has been a part of our lives in the last 4 months knows that with this whole self-employed, we're going full time thing, there's a lot of what we have to figure out, like what's going to work with us. So our communication, our basics, you know, sometimes can get crossed if one of us is like, I don't know, not zen or like in a bad mood, or we don't like, if there's miscommunication somehow. So you and I have had to stay in communication a lot, but that also makes us realize that like we talk all the time, but like I don't want to talk to anybody else, because like I can't just tell them something, like one word. I can tell you like down to like right now I could say one thing and you'd be like, oh, I know what you're talking about, because we communicate all the time. Right. But with other people that don't, and that don't really have that option, this is the best way for them to like work through their emotions. And especially like when you're traveling all the time, you're going from stadium to stadium, and you're on the road, whatever, this could be something that helps them. And so I was always curious about what meditation brought. But like, honest to God, anyone that experiences like chaos and like madness in their lives at any point in the day needs this, because it's like, it's a great way to let go of that like stress and tension from whatever was going on. So I get it now. And yeah, it's kind of cool because you can pick, like if I'm getting all emotional for some God only knows reason, it's been a rough emotional year for me, then I'll just meditate about that. Or if I'm feeling stressed, or like my relationships or my friendships are tense or distant, then you can meditate about that. And you can meditate like through, and it gives you like solutions to your problems, to remember that emotions are fleeting and temporary, and you can choose to observe the fact that you're sad, or choose to observe the fact that you're like out of sync, and recognize it and say, this will pass. This is a fleeting emotion. It's not permanent. So it's just really weird. It's like incredibly I guess, focused. Like you were very focused on making sure that you check in from time to time. I mean, it's like, I guess, taking care of your brain. You know, people don't really seem to talk about that much until the last probably 5-6 years. And I think it's important. And obviously with your fitness and all of the stuff that you're doing, that comes with it too, because you can't just get up and fucking lift hundreds of pounds and do it all over again if you're not doing some sort of mindfulness about it too.
For sure. We should see, I didn't even think about this until now, which doesn't really need to be announced on the show, but
why not? Screw it.
We should see if the guy from Mindful Sport, he's based out of Kansas City and works with the company that we work with, if he'll come on and chat about that, because he went to go meditate with the monks for like a week.
That'd be
incredible. And it's all about the mind athlete connection.
Well, and it's true too, because if you're off at home, if you're off, you know, off your game, if there's something that is just an area of your life that is just out of control, and a lot of times with these guys, it can be down to something as simple as money. You know, you have the stress, and a lot of times when you're first starting out, pressure on you to perform, pressure on you from family to do well, because either you're paying for them or you have promised them things, or your best friend is going to manage all your money and then he's going to be your manager, whatever you're doing when you first start out. I think that like establishing some sort of mindfulness would be good. But I think I'd like to see some more college programs kind of absorb that too. And I'd be interested to see if people do, just because I know it can seem hokey, but yoga used to seem hokey too. I remember when back in the early 2000s and like late 90s, people were like, yoga, really? Is that what we're doing?
Right.
And people
make fun of it.
Yeah, and people still make fun of like yoga pants. They're like, oh, soccer moms in yoga pants. It's like, but yoga is something that's one of the most powerful tools for your body. So it just kind of like, I like how it's becoming cooler to take care of yourself and not be just a drunken shit show all the time. So.
Oh. Fair enough. That is true.
Well, that's what my early 20s were. So.
Well, I mean, you kind of have to go through that phase, so you have to go through the extreme to find, where you belong, where you fit.
Get in where
and
you
everything,
fit in.
and you're figuring it out. So it's good.
I fit in a truck, baby.
You do not.
I am number one truck driver.
Do not fit in a truck.
What? Like, you don't think
that
I would?
In a truck. You do fit in it, technically. Physically, yes, you can get in there.
Was that a concern? A lot of questions.
I don't know. I know the comments are gonna be like, she can fit.
Yeah, are you just fat shaming me? Oh my god.
Your mom, not so much.
Yeah, my mom could not get in the truck.
Your mom is like 5'1".
I don't understand like how it's. I didn't realize this before, but I was standing next to her today. And she could she had no upper body strength. She's so like little, and like I just don't know how she's my mom, because she's like under my arm now. I'm just like, what up?
She's so tiny.
I know. So like when I told her, hey mom, get in the truck, she's like, I can't. She did get in though.
I can't do it. Isn't it weird though? Like we've kind of mentioned this before, but like how all of your traits that you have from both of your parents, they all blend except for eye color. Like, it is weird that you don't end up with like kind of a mixture eyeball.
I have bright blue eyes, and my parents have shit brown eyes.
Ha. I wondered who had them. Your grandparents?
I was also like strawberry blonde when I came out, and both of them had like dark hair at the time. So I was just like, oh, that's interesting. But like all of my genes are recessed. So on my dad's side, that was where all the blue eyes came from. On my mom's side, it's all dark eyes. I don't think anybody in her family has blue eyes except for the second generation. But like my dad's side was Irish, Scottish, Welsh. And so my mom's side was all Welsh. But what about your side? I mean, you guys all, but like you and your siblings and like your parents all look like blended together. I feel like.
Yeah.
Like at different,
brother
it's
looks like my mom.
The animorphs.
My sister. Yeah. My sister looks like my mom also. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. I was just confused about like how like everything else mixes together so well, and then not that. But then like dogs, when
Oh my
dogs
God.
reproduce, they come out like one color or the other. They don't come out like there's no swirl baby dogs,
Oh, that'd be so cute though.
right? Like I want to mix a white one and a brown one and get like a mocha.
My favorite thing in the world is to look at all the different corgi mixes. So like
Yeah.
German Shepherd with corgi is the funny. It's like a German Shepherd and then like no legs.
The head has to be so big. Poor dog.
I mean, it's not like, I don't think it's a great combination by any means. So
There's a weird one in my neighborhood. It's like a wiener dog plus something with a massive head, and I was like, how did that happen?
like, that is not nice. That is not nice. That thing. Oh,
I don't know what that is.
the poor thing. That's cute
Yeah.
though. No, I mean like genes, like genealogy, like it's phenotype versus genotype, and phenotype is what you look like. Genotype is what you're made of. Like it's your genes. So it's always something that you had to figure out. Like the horses too. Like you never know if there's one Palomino parent and like one like dark black, like jet black. It could be anything. Like you could come out, it could be gray, it could be straight up Palomino, it could be chestnut,
Really?
it could be, I mean there's so many different variations, but yeah.
Huh.
With two white people, all you're gonna get is like variations on freckles and eye color and hair. That's pretty much it.
Right. Right. Well, whatever. Speaking of babies,
Oh, babies, what?
you ready? No, I'm not going to shame the group chat. But what do you think about what Jay Cutler came out and said about Kristen Cavallari's milk ducts?
I would love to hear this because I haven't heard it yet.
Really?
Let's see here. No.
Oh, I was wait.
It kind of grosses me out that we are talking about her milk ducts in general.
Milk ducts. Like, why? I know that's probably the proper term, but
We get it. Like,
ugh.
that's just so gross. It's such a gross visual of like one, Jay Cutler, ew. Two, milk boobs, ew.
And sucking on them. You suck on them. Ugh.
Okay, if we're gonna go down this route, once again, weird porn the other day, saw breastfeeding porn,
An adult.
and it was very disturbing, train wreck level, and that grossed me out. So the fact that like, why did she just say she had like clogged milk ducts, and then he was just like, don't worry, I unclogged them. Like, how did this come out? How did this happen?
I don't know. Like, I don't know if this is the medical advice, like if they had gone to the doctor and they're like, here's how you undo it, or we can do it medically. And he's just like, I'll do it.
I'll do it myself. Like, ew.
Ugh. I would be like, nope, and now we're done breastfeeding. That is all.
And it's just never happening again. Like, I don't want to hear it again.
I don't think it's possible either. I mean, obviously it is because he did it, but like, for a human to suck harder than one of those like breastfeeding machine.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say a baby, and I'm like, I feel like a baby,
Well,
like a human,
baby.
but like no, that's so gross.
Yeah,
you.
I was very disturbed, and everybody's tweeting about it, so it cannot be avoided.
I haven't been on Twitter. I've been busy hauling things in my truck.
Hauling things in your truck. Also on Twitter, we'll just knock out the weird sports media.
Let's do it.
You did see this because you mentioned it. The QR code tattoo. Some man got a QR code so that when you scan it, it pulls up a YouTube link, and I assume it's his own personal YouTube page of soccer highlights. Oh no, did we die again?
No.
Oh, mine died on my end. Oh, we would have been dead. So what do you think about I mean, obviously you don't like soccer, so that's a big no. But would you get a tattoo on you that linked? Is there something important enough to you that you would link to it from your body?
Important enough? This is my
and
thing.
also, like, you don't like it's on your leg.
Yeah.
You don't have it bookmarked.
I like how
own,
it says
so
like you're not a soccer fan. Look what I've got on.
I can't. You have a rugby shirt on.
I know, but it has the kind of a soccer logo. I wasn't gonna take off my shirt if people thought that. Sorry.
You wear the rugby shirt just because the rugby people are doing all this work for you?
I actually have not invited the boys over yet.
Okay.
The boys will be back in town.
Das Boys.
The boys. I mean, they're always trying to make more money, and I have money, so let me just give it to you to watch you do all my work for me. Done.
Fair.
I don't have money, but it's somebody else's money. They give it to me, and I'm really good at spending other people's money. Like, I will spend all of it.
Okay.
On things that I don't need, like 3 to 4 grown-ass men moving things around for me. But the truck is... We were going to do this, I think, anyways. But anyways, back to soccer. It's not that I don't trust, like, the link thing, but we have a QR code through a QR company, and it's based in England. And if for some reason our QR code or our like actual little code thing changed and it's on your body, like if you didn't make payment, because like it comes out of my checking account once a year.
Right.
If for some reason you closed the account, forgot that you renewed it, lost your email to the QR code app or whatever, you now have this QR code on your body. Like, so if it goes defective and it expires to the link that you want, then you're just going to have a fucking QR code on your body.
Yeah.
That's inactive?
And how long is this technology really gonna, like, hardly anybody uses QR codes anyway. Like, this is not a viable technology that's going to hang around for a while.
Well, that's what I was wondering with Snapchat. They did that thing where it's like your Snapchat, like, you remember that thing? It's like supposed to be your barcode, but it just automatically follows somebody.
Like the snap dots, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, but I've literally never used that in my life. The Snapchat code is a QR code. I don't really add people on Snapchat anymore. Snapchat's just something that's there for me to record for videos on Instagram and then talk to people, because I hate talking to people on Instagram. And I hate talking to people on Snapchat because I blocked it all. So just don't talk to me. Problem solved. Which, yeah, fuck you, Midwest Mikes. Because I got so many DMs from people saying,
no, really?
Sup.
That's funny. Yet again, nobody talks to me. So I did not get any.
This is a theory that we have. By we, I mean somebody sent me this theory.
Okay.
And it kind of goes back to, apparently my horoscope tells me I'm really sensitive today. I did get mad today already.
Why?
Shocking.
You don't tell me why.
No, I can't tell you why. Where is it? Here we go. So we're talking and he goes, hey, listen to the episode. This is just a friend of the show. And I was listening to the episode and I kind of figured it out. Like, I kind of figured out why men talk to you the way that they do. And his theory is that since people are paying for your Patreon and like doing that kind of stuff, they like kind of admire your work already and they respect you, and the way that they view you is different a little bit because they're paying to see you build your platform and be creative and do all the cool stuff, and they support that just as much as they support your lewds and your other photo shoot collections, because I feel like you are more than just, you know, half naked photos.
Tits.
You're more than just tits, okay, Megan?
More than just tits, girl.
You just keep working hard. You're gonna get to the big city. It'll be fine. So they're like, I think it might be because they're paying her, so they want to be nice and classy and not offensive. But you're just another hot chick they're gonna try and shoot their shot with, and if it doesn't work or get blocked, oh well, just on to the next one. And it makes sense. I'm like,
I could understand that, except that all of the people that are mutually talking to both of us do not subscribe to my Patreon.
Yeah, then the other thing is like when you come at me like you think that like you have any sort of ownership of my time, that's when my mind is just gone. I don't care.
Yeah.
You've been conniving though lately. You've been trying to support my bad behaviors and the people that enable them and pushing them back into my life. So I'm just going to be a little bit of I'm going to be a loose cannon for the rest of the month, I've decided.
Not been conniving. These are good relationships to
foster.
I was gonna say foster, but it's not like that. Feels like it's like new. Like
no.
Feed.
Feed me.
We're feeding our little plants.
They're just here. They're little succulents, just trying to live.
That's it.
Yeah. No, it's just funny
it's not
because
a succulent because it died.
Oh yeah, it did die. I killed it.
It was a fern. She killed the love fern.
I killed the love fern, and he would not let me kill the love fern. That's the story of my life, literally.
For real.
Like, I run away because it's easier. So yeah, I'm trying to work on these things of being a datey boy, not like dating, serious relationship dating, but just like get out more. Like even with my girlfriends, I need to do that stuff more. It's warming back up until it wasn't. What the fuck is going on now?
It's not warm anymore.
I had the fucking AC on the entire day, like for the majority of the week, and then all of a sudden it's freezing.
So cold.
Luke Walton is now leaving the Lakers. So the Lakers are a dumpster fire. That is breaking news. Da-da-da, da-da-da.
Yeah. Well, they all expected to get fired. Nobody. They all expect to get fired, and then Magic's like, nope, I'm dipping first. And then they're like, now what?
Magic Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Sir. I don't want to say that Dan Le Batard was accurate in his fierce hatred of the Lakers, putting Magic Johnson on the head of everything. Because a lot of people roasted him for it when he said it like it was a bad idea. Like, Magic Johnson is everything for the Lakers. This is going to be the greatest thing ever. How did you feel when it happened to begin with?
I thought it was a little bit weird because to me he comes across as the type that would want to be more on like the media side. Like, and I think that's what he thought it was going to be. Maybe. I mean, I don't know how you could get confused about what a part like a business side of the Lakers is, but like I think I always expected him to go more like the Shaq kind of route, like analyst or something on TV, like a personality of sorts that we pan over to and are happy to see, and he did not.
No, he did not. And that would have been so much fun to see Magic, Shaq, and Charles Barkley.
Yeah, like that's what I thought he was going for, and then
no, and Kobe could never be an analyst. Like he is such a selfish prick, and so like in my mind, Kobe could never even be in the Lakers front office because he would just be like, do you guys remember the time that I won you guys all those rings? Yeah, I'm the greatest.
Right. Yeah, he's not for that. Definitely not.
But Magic could have been the great fit. Shaq would have been funny because he would not have ever said yes to that because he's not an idiot.
Right.
But Magic Johnson set himself up for failure with that. Like, there's no way that anybody said, hey, man, you're going to love this position. No.
No. I don't think so.
Especially with the LeBron coming in. Like, no. He probably was like, man, you've been 16 years in the league. Like, aren't you tired of trying to build teams by now, LeBron? I feel like Magic would have sat him down and been like, do you really want to do this? Just retire, dude. Like, it's not worth it.
Apparently it is. And, I mean, how many coaches has LeBron left in the dust? Like,
Luke Walton's never going to be a head coach of an NBA team ever again.
I probably agree with that. Only because he only got the job because he was with the Warriors before this.
Right. He won.
Yeah, and he did a fine job when whatever his name is for the Warriors was out.
Steve Kerr.
Yeah. He was out for a little bit. Walton took over, and he did fine. But they're also like superstars. They don't need much coaching, especially from a child like Luke, which is unfortunate because he's a pretty little boy. But
he really is.
I mean, he could go to the East. There's really not much happening over there, but he's not going to be like a name, I don't expect.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I just flat out said he's not going to be a coach again in the NBA or a head coach, but
that could happen too.
But like that's a much better insight to the route that he could be taking. I just feel like LeBron, like I don't know. I feel like I'm tired of LeBron. I'm just tired of hearing about him. I'm tired of debating about whether he's the greatest. I don't think he's the greatest of all time. I just think he's now kind of like, I don't want to compare it to, something not even close, but like Bill Snyder was so determined to lead this he was so determined to get back to the top where he was, when he like I think it was 2012. You know, we were number one in the nation, and Baylor came in and or we went to Baylor and we just got destroyed. We got rocked, and our national championship chances just took a nosedive, and we are never going to make it, and we were never. And so I feel like Bill Snyder spent the rest of those years up until last year when he finally retired, just basically sitting around trying to replicate that shit with a team that he couldn't do it with. And I don't want to say that it's the same, but you see what I'm saying. Like, it's just like, dude, enough. We get it. You are an incredible player.
Yeah, I think if LeBron had gone or stayed even in Cleveland, well, Cleveland sucks this year, but if he had stayed there or if he had gone to a team and was a part of a team that was already semi-successful, we would not be having this conversation. Like, he would, because he's not done, I don't think, by any means. Like, I think he still has talent and he still can play, but starting over from ground zero is done. Like, this should not be happening.
Yeah, and he's starting all the way. Like, we're talking like the bottom's falling out, so to speak, with the Lakers. And I mean, is he just trying to do like the Lake Show, get in that club, you know, with Kobe and with Magic and with Shaq? Like, oh hey, we all played for the Lakers, cool,
right?
It just seems weird. It's a weird thing to be at, and like Michael Jordan has made comments of, yeah, it takes a lot to stick with one team and stay with them, and he's said things along those lines. And then it's weird for me to see the continuance of this push of LeBron. Of course he's gonna be talented. I think he could probably still viably play in the NBA until the dude's like freaking 50 because of how he is as an athlete, and he takes care of himself the way that he should. But it's like, he can, just because you can do something doesn't mean you need to. But I feel like he's just going to get stuck in this rut now where it's like, okay, so it's LeBron and the children, but then he's going to try to bring back all these older pieces, and he's such a control freak that I just don't know if he's going to go out in history as, if he's going to go out on top. I feel like with the rate he's going, unless he stays in like another 4 to 5 years, that we're just looking at like this long drawn out funeral of LeBron James.
Right. I would have to guess, and I don't know who's in the LA Lakers, who's in the Lakers front office, but I would assume that there is some connection there for LeBron, that this is him. He went to this team and is deciding to rebuild because he's getting some sort of position with the Lakers after this.
Gotcha.
He's going to transition into their front office or whatever it is. He built that whole school, started his whole foundation and everything in California. California is where he's setting his roots. So it's for a reason. We just don't know what that is yet. So I would assume that he's going to transition there, but I don't think he expected it to be quite this ugly of a going out. Not that he's going out this year, but it's feasibly probably not going to get any better in the next 4 or 5. And he's going to have to retire after that. So I don't know. I don't think this is the plan he had in mind. I don't think he expected everything to fall apart either, with Magic and everything. So it'll be interesting. I think he definitely chose the Lakers because of the same thing, like you said, the Lake Show kind of thing, getting that name, that iconic team under him. And he wants in there somehow. He's got to have something lined up, but I don't know.
It's just amazing the plans and the things that go into place, and just how much like goes on behind the scenes that the fans and the media truly don't know about, and these grand schemes and all this stuff. And did you get around to seeing did you see the Dwayne Wade thing, or did you just say that? I remember you were like,
I watched it. Okay, I just didn't cry.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I just don't see you
I'm
crying.
not shaming you. I just didn't. Yeah.
No, I couldn't remember if you saw it.
Impact on my life.
Dwayne Wade did not have an impact on my life either, except when I got really into the NBA, it was the 2011, 2012 range, and like the Heat, watching Chris Bosh and fucking LeBron and Dwayne Wade. It's funny because that's when I got into NBA Twitter. Like that's when they like let me in a little bit. And so now like a lot of those guys that I still follow on NBA Twitter from that time frame are like, one of them is now at Barstool. Really? We still follow each other. It's like, hey, what's up? I see, that's so cool. But like he's seen the stuff that we do from the beginning. So it's cool to have like that little connection. But like then I remember the time that these two guys on NBA Twitter decided to fight in Temecula. So it's like, come fight me in Temecula. Do you remember that? Don't you?
No.
Oh my God, yeah. So this guy, I think it was on a holiday. I think it was, I swear it was on like Thanksgiving or something. These two guys that were like just fighting, and I might have been about LeBron. It was about something around the NBA, and he's like, meet me in Temecula became the new like, okay, come fight, because this guy drove to Temecula to like fight this other dude on Twitter. It was beautiful. I'll send you the whole like thing, the whole breakdown, and like that's when I was like captivated with NBA Twitter, because like this is some serious like fuck around shit, and I was here for it. So it was cool to like have that stuff going on Twitter back in the day, but that's when it was like super fun. And like my favorite part about Twitter is around the holidays when they do the struggle plates, because it's just so beautiful to see what people just shame you for, just like will roast you to your core. Like it's like your own personal Gordon Ramsay following you around.
Oh my gosh. It's so awkward. Like, who has a pretty Thanksgiving outside of like the Food Network people?
And like super fucking wealthy people. I love looking at rich people's Instagram stories when it's around the holidays, because I'm like, oh my God, that's what I want my plate to look like.
I don't know. Like, I think that's sacrilegious to make your plate pretty on Thanksgiving. Like, your table can be pretty, and the food itself, like, when it's whole, pretty. Like, your mom, the stuff that she made for Thanksgiving this year, like, everything looks so nice.
That was really cute.
It was really cute and all done up. And, like, my godparents, when they have us over, like, they're those people that have, like, the 80-dish set that matches, and all of that. Like, so, like, on the spread, it all looks good. But I think once it hits your plate, it ought to be covered in gravy and shit. Like,
I will say, like, pound for pound, Thanksgiving food is the ugliest food out there.
Yeah, I would say so. Maybe, well, I mean, if we had to really pick it, I'd say Easter, because people eat ham.
I can't do it. I can't do ham.
I like ham, but I'm just not excited. I'm not, like, thrilled to sit down and eat it. Like, yay, we're gonna have ham.
Fuck yeah, give me the ham. I don't know.
Can't wait for ham and deviled eggs. It's gonna be awesome.
Rednecks eat ham? Because I'm just channeling my redneck this weekend, so I was just trying to figure it out.
I think you have to like go catch a deer. Is it deer season? Duck, maybe.
We'll have some lamb. We make lamb for Easter if you want to come hang. Yeah. Well, lamb is that's just like the only time it's okay to eat. Well, it's not okay to eat, I guess. Like lambs are really cute and shit, so
yeah, I don't want to kill one.
I don't want to kill one, but they're fucking delicious.
But I think they call, like, I know that sheep is called mutton, but I think even when they kill like a real sheep, they still call it lamb.
Yeah, but it's lamb.
I like to think so, because I like gyros. So
yeah, let's just pretend it's a big like
little lamb.
Like, let's just pretend that it's like a big mean fucking sheep that we're eating.
Yeah, we're eating like ram. Like, that's what
we're eating an Aries. Every time you feel bad, just think of the fact that I should probably be slaughtered and I'm not.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're eating gat. It's fine.
Yeah, it's cool, guys. Every time I get a bad attitude, just remember.
We could kill you.
We could kill you for gyros. It's cool.
And it's fine.
Ew. Human would no. People like always throw out that hypothetical. Like when you get that far into, like, I don't know, I haven't played the question game with somebody in a long time. I haven't like felt the need to. And that's always like a weird question. Like, if you were starving and you had to, would you eat human flesh? I'm like, if I was dying, I'd probably just die. I don't want to mess with that. Like,
really?
I'm squeamish.
I would eat human.
Yeah.
Not flesh. I'm not eating skin of anything. That's gross, but.
Ew. I don't know. I think I would just die. I think I would just give up. I'm not built for the survival.
Well, I mean, my thing is you probably have unless you're trapped in like the mountains and the snow.
Yeah.
There's probably some other options.
A human popsicle.
Ew.
Yeah, so that's one hypothetical. We'll never go down that route again, so you don't have to worry about that. But I guess Zen or not Zen, long story short, QR code for soccer highlights.
30 minutes ago, if you guys have been paying attention.
I brought it up with the group chat, and there was the only thing I could think of is like the Rickroll thing. So if I had a QR code that would last for all time, that would not like expire, I would probably put it like, I don't know, I'd probably put it on my ass or something.
Well, I think if you're gonna do Rick rolling, like it's got to be somewhere obvious so that people like when you're out, like people are like trying to get a shot of it, and then haha, you just got Rick rolled.
Like my butt's not obviously out.
No.
No, you're right. It's not.
This would have to be like a forearm situation, I think.
Okay, we could.
Or that guy had put it on his calf, but
I do it on my wrist. Does that hurt?
okay, that would be all right.
Would that hurt?
I don't know. My sister got one there. I don't know if she didn't cry.
I'd have to get it on a real like casual place.
Yeah, somewhere it could be seen.
Well,
but
I know
also
that.
he got it like it was like this big.
It was huge.
QR codes do not need to be that big to be scanned.
I didn't think so, but maybe like if I got a
no, we have them on our business card and they're like this big.
Oh, yeah, I wonder if I have any down here. Probably not. Oh, maybe. Oh no, these are from ESPN days. Yeah,
no, I don't think there's. I mean, if somebody paid me and they're like, "Here is $5,000, get this tattoo," I'd be like, "Hell yeah, whatever you want. If you want me to put your website on my arm, fine."
Yeah, just give me money. That's really all that. Like self-employed 2019. Just fucking pay me. I don't really care. That's it. That's all it is. Like pay us for like if you have questions, if you ask us questions, if you do anything along the lines of waste my time or ask for my time, you're gonna get charged in some way, shape, or form. I will invoice you.
And rightfully so.
Yeah. Like because if you ask how did you get your podcast to be the way it is, guess what? I worked for the last fucking 5 years on it, so that's what we're gonna do now. I'm gonna charge you for 5 years of my time.
All right.
Do it.
A big invoice.
Big invoice. Like, all right, you want to know the secrets?
Big invoice.
Yeah, that'll be good.
You have had a sudden influx of cash, though, not from people wasting your time, but you've been betting again. Back in the betting.
Betting boys.
Is there? Do they have like a name for that? Like people that bet?
Degenerates.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's if you're doing the betting that I'm doing, which I haven't even checked my bets from yesterday. Let's do that. I went to bed.
Well, you did a legitimate bet. You told me about on Wednesday, which was hockey.
Mm-hmm. And I won.
And what was it called? It had a funny name.
What?
Like buddy betting or something. What did you call it? It wasn't like it was a parlay, but it wasn't a parlay.
Oh, teasing.
Teasing.
Buddy betting? Is that what you call teasing? It was a buddy bet, so it was a T. Like, is that...
I didn't know.
Oh my god, this is absolutely beautiful. I am marking this to clip it. You know that thing you did? It was like, that was so cute. But it's just adorable. All right, so oh my god, I love that so much. So it's a teaser bet, like teasing when you adjust the line to basically give yourself a better chance of winning. So I did it with hockey. I said that the what game was I even fucking watching?
The Sharks.
No, that one I won.
No,
that
you were watching Lightning.
Yeah, and I was I teased it, so I was supposed to go. It was supposed to be over 7.5 goals, but I gave myself 1.5, and then they went to 7 goals. So I had 1.5 a point different. I had that much to like go, but you have to add more to it, and so that way you have a safety net basically, and that's what I did.
Okay.
But I won all my bets on Wednesday, and then my other bet was for flat out just the money line that San Jose wins.
Dang, you made all kinds of bets.
And then I put them in my Bitcoins.
Okay.
Bitcoin has gone up since I started talking about it, like over $1,600. So just saying, boys and girls. Let's see what I did.
I should go look and see if I have any. I put like $20 in Bitcoin 2 years ago. And it crashed, and I was like, goodbye. I should probably go see if it's still around.
Because back then, like, one Bitcoin was like $16.
Yeah.
So you would have like $5,000 now.
Should probably check on that.
You should probably definitely check on that. But no, the one that I put in like a parlay, and I only put $1 down on it. Yesterday it was a 4-team parlay. It was the Maple Leafs, Hurricanes, Avalanche, and Blue Jackets all had to win.
Mm-hmm.
And the only one that I fucked up was the Hurricanes.
Dang.
So the Maple Leafs, Avalanche, and Blue Jackets all won.
Yeah.
Except for the fucking Hurricanes. So I would have made how much would I won? I would have won $84 on $1.
Dang, that's awesome.
But instead I didn't.
Yeah, but you only lost $1.
Yeah, so that's it. But like that's the addiction to gambling that I have. I have an addiction where I get bored during the day. If I don't have anything going on the day, which Wednesday or Thursday was coming up, and I was like, well, I don't have anything going on, so Wednesday night I just stayed up late watching the games because I had money on them. And Wednesday night, same thing. It's fun, and that's why I guess I've been making about like $120 to $80 a day. I don't know, somewhere in that, just on small bets and like dumb stuff like that. But then there's days where I spend like $300-400 and only make back like I barely break even. So I just have to be careful about it. So I have a book. I do it by hand still because I'm a tool. I have to write down like my day's bets and like what I'm doing that day and what I'm like supposed to be paying attention to. And then I look at it before I go to bed, which I probably shouldn't because it's not Zen. But that's just, I have notebooks for everything. I have journals for everything, like different parts of my life, and my gambling one just makes me look like a fucking degenerate. But I'm like, you know,
awesome.
But it's a non-traditional way to make money, and if you're smart about it and you just do it to play with and not actually base your entire income on there, it's more fun. But to have supplemental income just like casually like that, it takes like one day to transfer it to my Bit wallet thing, and it's like a global current. It's awesome. Like I absolutely love it. So I am here to help people start doing that. We got Kevo and Fred on Twitter that I said it's time to do Lithuanian basketball betting, and they were all in. So I just got to start getting those picks up. Got to start doing some. I think I'll do a buddy bet. I think it'd be
buddy bet.
I think I'll do a budding bet like once a month where I could tell people about. I just think it's funny because the way teasing in my mind, like I go back to like the horses, and I've heard this reference in Billions not that long ago too, where there's a teaser stallion. And the teaser stallion, all they do is get the mare ready for the other stallion to come in and actually bang her. So it's funny that, like, in my mind, that's like a buddy goes in, like, hey, buddy, get her ready for me.
It's
so I just
tag team.
Right. So it's like the tag team bet. Like now I'm never gonna forget that because it's like it's a tag team.
That's it.
Yep. It's a gangbang. But we decided, like, have we figured this out today? What number makes it a gangbang? Do we ever decide that?
No. I think it's 4 or more.
I think so too. Because I think 3 is just like,
3's close.
3's
definitely
a lot.
not a threesome, obviously.
Right.
3's a lot of people, but I think 3 is manageable. Therefore, it doesn't count as a gangbang.
Right.
I feel like you have to be overwhelmed with wieners.
I feel like gangbang. More than one is gonna overwhelm most people. So, yeah. But we can't call the buddy bet a gangbang bet. It's just gonna be. But I love that term so much. I'm so buddy bet. It's like when
you explained it to me, I was like, I don't know why that's what stuck.
I don't know either. That was really funny. How did I explain it to you though? Just like
whatever you texted me, I'd have to go look.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. We've said a lot of things.
All right, we have. Yep, never mind. It's not as close to the top as I thought. You're
like, JK, LOL.
Never mind. So do you have any bets going on for today or this weekend that you're looking forward to, or are you just prepping for Lithuanian?
Let's go ahead and look at it, because I have not done that today because I've been being number one redneck. So
yeah, that's true.
Tonight, we've got Blue Jackets, the Lightning again, Penguins, Islanders, Blues, Jets. I haven't bet on the Blues yet, or I haven't bet like Knights. Oh, we got all the stuff tonight for hockey. So I think I'm going to stick with the 14 parlay thing. So let's go ahead and just do that real quick. I'm going to take all of the underdogs and put them on one parlay. So we got Blue Jackets plus 230. We got Islanders plus 105. We got Blues plus 105. And we got Golden Knights plus 115. Go to the bet slip. Let's see what that adds up to, because I don't do math. Math is dumb.
Nope. Not gonna do it.
That adds up to, for $1, I can win $28.82. So that is going to be our underdog parlay, because it almost hit last time.
Yeah, this one's a little bit messed up though, because a lot of the underdogs already won game 1.
Right.
And
so
that's probably why you're not winning as much.
Yeah, so they're closer to even. And then if we look at the rest of, like, if we look at Saturdays, Hurricanes, even, yeah, because they just lost. They're at plus 140. Dallas Stars are at plus 135. Maple Leafs are at plus 125. So that's pretty close too. And then Avalanche are plus 195 against the Flames. So, I mean, that would be a better night. And that would obviously be more money tomorrow night. So I'll probably, maybe I'll do like a favorites one and put $5 down to only win like $3. I don't know, to just supplement my 2 days in a row that I haven't hit it. Cause I'm just assuming today I'm not going to hit that at all.
Right.
I'm just going out. I'm like, but if I do, then that means that I can do one that's a sure thing to supplement the income that I've already lost for 2 days, you know? Right. So I'll do one that's all favorites. And just kind of like, or do one that's a sure thing. So I mean, it's just honestly, if you like doing that stuff, because I know that you're getting into it, which I think is fun, because who doesn't like two chicks talking about sports betting? Just saying.
Nobody doesn't like it.
Like, and if you don't, because I don't know, it's just, maybe that's a sign of when I've found my people. Because at the bar the other night, I didn't tell you this, it was probably 3 weeks ago. No, it was opening day. The opening day that you were out, and it was like, I tweeted about how I pissed off a Cardinals fan.
Oh yeah, I never heard the story.
I never told anybody the story, and that's because I think it was because I was ashamed that somebody didn't like me, because everyone loves me. No, they don't.
Yes.
No, they don't.
Totally.
No, a lot of people can't stand me. This might shock you. But I was sitting next to this dude, and I didn't even bring up 85. I mean, I should be like, hey. Whisper the name, taking her. But anyways, I could have done that, but instead I was just going through, like, my buddy Wade that's back in the kitchen at Tanner's was like, hey, do you have any bets going on? I saw that you were talking about bringing Lithuanian shit back, and this was a while ago. We had talked about it, like, remember when I had a Lithuanian problem? And then he had listened to the Drinking Bros podcast and he had heard it. So he just has always been asking me, when are you going to start it back up? So I started talking to him about my picks for the day and like who I had, because I hate betting on MLB. I'm not going to lie to you. It's horrible. It's not as fun, and I don't know. It's just not as exciting. So was betting on it. I was not that thrilled about it. I said that I bet on the Brewers and not the Cardinals or whoever the fuck they were playing. I can't remember. And whoever it was, I was rooting for the Brewers. Yeah, it was the Brewers and Cardinals. And so the guy was like mad that I like bet against the Cardinals, and I started cheering for the Brewers right next to him. And he's like,
oh my gosh.
And so he was most visibly annoyed with the betting part of it. He goes, I don't bet. And I go, oh, another self-righteous fuck over here. But like, I can always tell when I have found people that I will enjoy, because I think it's funny that I'm yelling at the TV in the middle of a day about money lines and about, you know, the fact that I'm going to win $20 on something, even though, you know, but if you win $20 every day, then hello, you're making money. So it doesn't matter how small you are, but if people start small, that's how you stay continuing to win and continuing to make money on it.
Right.
When you're a true addict, you start, you know, if you have an addiction or like an addictive personality though, stay the fuck away from gambling. What is wrong with you? You know better.
Well, I mean, either stay away or get good at it.
That too. You've seen that Silver Linings Playbook, right? Yeah. That whole thing where the guy's like, he has his rituals and everything like that, and it's very specific, and if he doesn't do it, it's like the juju and all this stuff. That is like a lifetime serial degenerate right there that is convinced in his mind that the lines, the situations, or his bets with his bookie are going to change if one thing is off. Until I have that problem, until I am like chain smoking cigars in my giant lifted Ram truck,
God,
blaring.
You do not have a Ram truck.
No, yet. That's going to be the next car. I fell in love with the truck. It's gonna happen. I already told my friend, I was like, hey, I'm gonna pick you up in 15 minutes. You wanna go make out in the back of my truck? Like, isn't that what people do? And they're like,
Oh my God. Yes.
you're insane. Do not do that. Please do not show up at my
funny.
house. I'm like, come on, guys, let's go stare at the stars. Woo!
Forever.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna adopt a new personality with all the money I'm making off sports gambling. So
perfect.
But that's the type of shit that people, when they actually have a problem, like they think that they have to do all this shit in order to win. No, you just have to be smart about it. Just fucking get out of your own way. It's just like in fantasy football with me. I can't play fantasy football anymore because I obsess over it and I like change everything because I read one, Matthew Berry article and now I think that I know what I'm doing. So
right. Yeah, I cannot bet on stuff that I actually enjoy because I will not enjoy the game then. So, like, I'll never bet on the Royals.
Yeah.
Even though I know them better than any other team and it would be smart to bet on the Royals, like, it would ruin the game watching for me.
And I didn't realize this. I was kind of having a conversation about, while you're new to sports betting, you are logical and smart about things. Like, so I don't see you doing dumb shit when you're betting. I don't see you just, fading things or buddy betting things. That's what we're gonna call teasing
Can't
things.
Wait to buddy bet.
Buddy betting for life. You're gonna just buddy bet everything.
Everything.
I'm just gonna call it the jerk off bet. I just that's beautiful. But you're gonna be smart about it. So I don't see you having that addictive. I can't stop losing my life savings and shit.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about me, I think I could maybe if I get really into it, but it's more that I forget. Like, I get distracted so easily that I'm just going to forget to place bets as a whole. And I'm just going to be like, ah. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I have $300 sitting in my Bovada account. I should probably go bet stuff.
Well, exactly.
Do it for 2 days. And then I'll be like, ha.
Well, that's why you have to have a journal. You have to have something that keeps track. Like, this is what I did. Like, you wake up, you place your shit. Well, okay, don't wake up and do it.
No,
and you might have a problem.
wake up and do it. I'm not addicted at all.
I feel like I'm being judged.
I must place my buddy bets.
I gotta go place my buddy bets. Like, roll over from a long night of passionate lovemaking. I have to go place my buddy bets.
Gotta go.
Gotta go. Why are you even there in the morning? Let's be real here. What are you doing? Get out.
Please leave.
You get out immediately. No one is there. It makes me uncomfortable when people are just there.
That reminds me. We should probably ask permission to tell that story.
Oh.
It's not our story.
Oh.
It's about Dick Slap.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's true. We have to ask permission for that one.
We'll do that one later.
Yeah,
That's a teaser. You just got a buddy bet.
You gotta do the finger guns too. Look at your scrunchie. You are Scrunchy Gang.
Scrunchy Gang.
Scrunchy Gang.
I was gonna wear yours, but I don't want to stretch it.
Well, I got a big ass Ninja Turtle head, so you might as well try.
Oh Lord, I forgot they said that.
Yeah. When I was talking about cuddling the other day, with that big old head, I don't think so. Wow.
Yeah, they said you have a head like a Ninja Turtle.
Yes.
Rude. All right, so we're betting on
I'm gonna start wearing eye masks now.
Are you doing any NBA betting this weekend with playoffs starting, or are you sticking to your sport?
I think I'm gonna take the weekend off from betting because I'm not gonna be paying attention to anything. I'm only taking the weekend off because I don't want to bet a bunch of shit having not seen it. So I kind of want to know the landscape of NBA because, honest to God, I've watched 3 NBA games all season.
Okay.
Actually sat down and watched them.
Right.
And none of them have been the same team. And it's always just been by casual accident at school.
That's funny.
But with you, the scope of everything. So I feel like this would be fun for you to try some baby bets.
Yeah, I honestly might. We'll see. I can't imagine that the bet lines are that great right now because it's pretty skewed one way or another on all of. Well, I guess the West is kind of close. That might be better, but the East definitely not. So I'll look into it and I'll definitely maybe do a buddy bet or something.
God. You cannot tease. You cannot start your first bet as teasing anything.
Oh yeah,
no.
I can. Number one tease right here.
You're number one dick tease. I think that we have established that. If you guys missed why this is happening, people just respect you too much. That's what it is.
They just respect me so much that I don't get dick pics.
Dick pics are, I swear to God, if anyone sends me one, I will screenshot it and send it to the world.
Did I tell you what I did the other day? No, I didn't. I joined FetLife, which is a fetish community, I guess. Honestly, the reason I joined is because I found out like that people pay for like fetish pictures and like easy ones, like foot fetish stuff.
Yeah, that's simple.
So like I joined to go like check out that community, and of course as soon as I joined, all of the like groups or whatever, they're all like, no promoting yourself, no blah blah blah. I was like, so why am I here?
Yeah, what is the point of this?
So it was a waste of like 30 minutes of my life. But I joined, and immediately somebody messages me and they're like, hi, I am blah 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 whatever, and he's like, my mistress said that I have to, well, first he like had like this whole welcome, like, I see you live in Kansas, because I put Kansas on there. He's like, I've never been to Kansas, I'm from Switzerland or something weird. He's like, my online mistress, and he linked her page, said that I have to jerk off and swallow my cum for 2 girls on the internet. Would you watch my video? And I was like, am I getting paid for this? Because
yeah, like
it's supposed to be as humiliating as possible. I was like, that's nice, but what am I getting out of it?
Yeah, that's like, great. Pay me.
Yeah, pay me $50, sure. I'll watch you be weird.
I just want to say real quick that you will never, ever hear any of this content on 610 or 810.
No.
You are never going to hear what those freaky motherfuckers are up to, because they don't talk about that kind of stuff. We're telling you what we're up to. And that's just the beauty of what we do. We can talk about fetlife.com. My favorite thing that I learned about is people being fully clothed in the shower, dry humping, but not dry humping. It was not my thing.
Not your thing.
It is not my thing.
It is not what she's into.
Oh yeah, let's get fully clothed, and then you're fully clothed, and then you jizz in your pants, and I just am in a shower clothed weirdly with you humping my leg.
I just can't imagine the chafing.
Right! You can't do that more than once a month because you're in wet jeans doing this shit.
Ugh, it's got to hurt. Like, I'm all about texture, and I can't. Like, that has to hurt so much.
In wet jeans, the last time I had wet jeans on, I had, like, fallen over, and, like, somehow I had wet jeans from, like, head to toe. And they don't stay up. They're just, like, there. They're just, it's awful. I don't know how anyone could like get off to like that. But hey, you know what? We're in 2019. We're not shaming it. I just have a lot of questions. And also just why? So, you know what? The weirdest thing that like, if that's the weirdest thing that like the most humiliating thing that dude could think of, I'm like, I could probably think of like way worse.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, does your dom need some
advice?
Some advice? Like, I can give you some weirder stuff to do. That is not it, Chief.
Yeah. We are masters at making people uncomfortable.
Yeah. I can humiliate you if we really want to be.
We got you covered.
Yeah, we know all of the fetishes lately.
Well, and you're learning more, even though you can't promote your brand, which I think is not constitutional. So you need to like bust in there.
I can't promote my brand?
Well, like on the website, like why join it if you can't like...
FetLife.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like there's a whole like sugar baby community, and they're like, this is not where you can post to find a sugar daddy. It's like, then.
But what is the point of you?
To be fair, they were like, you should know the person before you ask them for money.
Should you? Fuck it. Give me money.
Right. Like, okay.
Well, that's like the whole. I saw. I'm not gonna lie to you. I went back and looked a little bit to see the repercussions of what we did Wednesday.
Oh.
The show that we did Wednesday was very much, I guess, like it made not a lot of people mad, but,
made people mad?
Yeah. So
yes,
I went back on the Periscope, which we found out some cool stuff about, how Periscope app actually works. And I am now #1 sleuth of all time. I see you people. I see you. I'm not going to call you out. I see you watching what we do and hating on the things that we say and the things that we talk about because it makes you uncomfortable. I'm sorry that like our story about how like you can stop your dude from cheating on you and how you can like if that makes you uncomfortable, probably it's a little too close to home. Not my problem.
Right.
So I saw some comments saying, of course, these two are giving advice on cheating and things like that. I'll send you the screenshots afterward. It's really funny.
Oh.
But you know what? Like that's just like, you know, I like to have fun, and people at the gym that go to work out with my dad, they're like in their 60s and 70s. They know how to figure out iHeartRadio. That's it, and they liked it. They listened to the
That is
show,
fine.
and they're like, it was such a nice break. It somehow tied into sports anyways. Like we made it like fun. It's Kansas City based. If you don't like drama and you don't like messy situations, why the fuck are you following us anyways?
True. Very, very true.
I mean, I posted like that stupid video of my mom and I like just goofing around and everything else, but like the internet's supposed to be fun. I'm not here, like we're not here because your marriage is shit and like you're feeling you know, ashamed of that. I'm sorry that we brought out the fact that your husband doesn't bang you. I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I don't know what you want me to apologize for that shit, because I'm like, if you're gonna attack the fact that we just exist as people and sometimes have better advice than you, and you know, that's not our fault.
Right.
It kind of seems a little bit childish when you guys say those things, but you still watch everything that we do, so hi.
I don't care. You can think what you want. We're thinking what we want, and we are just sharing it and talking about it. We are very big on not holding back. Like, why?
Life's too short, you know. If you like getting peed on, just fucking tell somebody. Be like, yo, you know what? Like, my guy friend came to me and was like, how do I tell this chick that I'm like, I want to start dating, that I want to watch her get fucked by other guys? I'm like, you know what? You just do. You just say it. You're like, that's my thing.
You have to say it right away too. Like, you can't hold on to shit like that. And then you're married and like, okay, but by the way, this is what turns me on the most.
Knowing that it's always in the back of their mind. Like, and that's the thing. It's like, okay, let's talk about it. That's real life stuff. I mean, I know that everyone has their weird thing, and like everyone does. It was so funny when my mom listened to that episode. She's like, what is wrong with you? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, Mom, I don't even want to hear it. You know what? Because I was
you're a freak.
Yeah,
you know?
I was created somehow. You know, let's not.
You know what Steve's like, so
yeah. Steve is just a hound, and you know, I have my own reputation, which whatever, suck my dick. I don't care. That's the problem. I'm like, we're so far evolved with like what we're allowed to talk about these days, and like we're on streaming radio for a reason, you know. Right. So let's just let's embrace it. Why not?
I'm here for it. Here for it.
I was thinking about that the other day though, because somebody posted a thing of all the stadiums and places like sports wise that they've had sex in.
Oh.
And I got uncomfortable because I was like, oh God, where? Like where in the I was just waiting for Kaufman to come up, or like Arrowhead. And it was like it was just something that was posted randomly. I can't remember if it was on Instagram, but it's like where the like kinkiest place you've ever hooked up, and most of them were all like stadiums or like places where people play sports. I was like, oh, so while we're watching the game, that's what you're doing. But I've noticed people get very horny at sporting events.
How? Like, I have done things at a sporting facility, but there was not a game happening, and like it was in college, so like TCU doesn't lock things.
Let's just put it that way.
They don't lock anything. But like most places do, and I assume that most places that they were offering up were like professional stadiums of sorts. So like you had to be at the game. Unless they're counting parking lot stuff, which that doesn't count.
Yeah, parking lot stuff does not count. Like we've all seen Detroit and Buffalo. Like whatever you do in the parking lot just stays there.
Yeah, and you can count like that. It is on your list. I had sex or whatever in the parking lot of Arrowhead, but that doesn't count as Arrowhead.
Okay, no, I agree with that.
I'm gonna say half of those are lying or bragging. Like
they're lying.
But like the other people, I don't know. Like if anybody put Arrowhead, I want to see the proof of that happening, because there are so many people everywhere. There's nowhere for you to go to do that.
Arrowhead during a game,
Yeah.
Arrowhead during a concert. There's two different, like, I feel like there's two different ways to go with
concerts
that.
Also don't count.
Concerts do not count. No, I mean, in that case, I've wiped out half of. No, I'm kidding. No, I haven't. Like, it's just one of those things. I'm like, I guess if I'm at Kaufman or Arrowhead, I'm like not trying to be there to like hook up with somebody. I don't usually go on dates to sporting events. I like to take my friends because I think dates are just too much.
I mean, even if you were on a date, like, what part of people being drunk and loud is sexy?
It's okay. It's the thing. I lied to you. I have gone with people that I'm like talking to or whatever. And if you get drunk enough and you're like all like yelling at something and all like amped up, you want to rub each other. I don't know. I've definitely been like inappropriate at a game before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, but you know, like, what are you gonna do if you're squeezed, if it's cold and you're like huddled together? What do you like? I don't know. I'm not saying that I've hooked up at.
It's never crossed my mind.
I don't know.
I can understand it.
I'm a very like PDA-ish person with the right people. Other people, I'm like, if you'd fucking touch me, I swear to God,
right?
I will cut you. That's probably just means I'm not into them, so I probably shouldn't be dating them. Huh.
That's fair.
Okay, well, good to know. Now that we know that, we've established that.
We know the threshold. If she would jerk you off at Kaufman, you're in.
When you're in, you're in.
Uh-huh.
God damn it.
That's the line.
Yeah. There you go. Well, on that note, now, but like, it's just a weird thing to like, if you're gonna be getting down at Arrowhead, like, use family bathroom or something. I feel like employees have banged at the stadiums during games, but I don't think like.
Maybe.
I don't know. If you know somebody that's hooked up in Arrowhead, I want to know where.
I do want to know. If you had club seats, like we sat in the Diamond Club.
Like I will
for the
all
Royals
next season. So basically, like.
Yeah, I mean those are private. Or if you had obviously a suite, those are very private. Those are easy, and I could see that, and I will count that. Or like I said, we went to the Diamond Club seats, and like the bathrooms there are always empty.
So empty
at Kaufman. So like you could get away with it there. I don't know.
You could totally get away with it in the Diamond Club. I will just tell you that for a fact. Especially in the women's bathroom. No one was in there.
Yeah, nobody was in there. Though it'd be, and they don't watch it. So like you could easily get away with that. And I think they have the family bathroom like right next to it. So.
Pretty sure. So we're just scoping out places for you guys.
Yeah. Kaufman would not be hard. Kaufman's easier than Arrowhead for sure, especially because Kaufman, like, they have that weird, like, that pretty wall where it says Royals on the outside on the windows, and then like there's that weird, like, probably like 4 feet of wall between another wall, like a little corridor there for no reason at all, and nobody's ever there. Probably get away with that too.
And I'm not gonna make any more comments.
No, let's hear them.
No, I think that it's like something that happens more often than we think it does. I feel like, because I don't even think about it. At
Kaufman, I could see it all the time.
Arrowhead
especially
too.
During day games. Like, that doesn't seem hard to me. Arrowhead seems like too many people, and I don't know how you're accomplishing that. I don't know. Except for the club level. When we were on there, that is a lot quieter and a lot more space.
Yeah, I'm screwed.
And Sprint Center is super easy.
I'm definitely in trouble next season. I'm just not gonna go. I just won't go with anyone that I'm gonna have sex, or that I could possibly have sex with. It'll be great.
Oh.
So if I offer you tickets to the game, you know that I do not want to bang you.
Those Gats friends. Hey buddy, text for next year is, do you want to go to the Chiefs game? Because I don't want to bang you.
Do you want to go sit club level with me? Because you're not a risk. You're not a risk factor for me.
But see, okay, well, I don't want to get you in trouble.
Do it.
People that are risk factors already have their own club level
That's
ticket.
what I'm saying. So I'm just gonna go off and be like, if you see me getting thrown out of Arrowhead, you know why. It's not because I'm drunk in public. We'll just put it that way. I'm not gonna get caught. And now I'm gonna get flagged. I'm not gonna be able to use my special entrance.
I can't wait to get kicked out of Arrowhead. It's going to be so much fun.
Banned for life over a hand job, and then I'll start a fight. I would not be giving a hand job, but we'll start a fight because Robert Kraft had a whole ass, blow job, and he still owns an NFL team. I will petition him if that happens.
We're going to Dave Portnoy your ass.
Yeah.
If you try and come after us, Clark.
Yeah. Clark doesn't like procreation. I don't know what we can spin this off as.
I don't know, but we'll find something.
We will.
We have a couple months to prep.
Yeah, we've got this whole story planned out, and now it's going to be on the podcast, so they're going to know exactly where it started, and it was definitely not premeditated at all.
You don't know the final results
of
our ironclad lawsuit prevention.
My lawyer's going to be so fucking mad at me. I see him tomorrow morning, and he's just going to be like, could you just shut up? Could there just be a time in your life where you stop talking?
Basically never.
Never. Well, I have a couple comments about that, but we're not going to make them, so that's fine. But this weekend we were supposed to be doing a lot of stuff, and I forgot to, kind of tell everyone I'm not doing anything now. We've got LCS coming up with your League of Legends finals that you were going to be going to. I was going to be going to the spring game with my future husband and mother-in-law.
Yes.
Not doing that, but I will be. Okay. I'm going to try to tune into it. Like, you're going to be watching the finals, of course.
What time is the spring game?
It's like not a game. It's like a whole day of like practice, basically, and like you can see, you can get like inside look at the team. It's just a reason for K-Staters to get together, tailgate. You can get hyped up about the program, because I think KU's kind of doing the same thing this year, where they're not really, or they're doing a spring game, but it's like a more of a showcase of the team.
Right.
Right now we're battling for Chris Kleiman and Les Miles are trying to relate to the youths the most. Les Miles has more money to do it, I think.
Okay.
Because, I mean, KU's pouring everything they have into this man. So if he says we need to get like a rapper out here and perform, KU's like, done. Whatever you want, sir. Right. So I think that they're both in this like battle to like relate to the youths, to the younger, because K-State has literally been archaic and horrible. Bill Snyder wouldn't play any songs with cussing in them. He would never allow media or cameras at practice to film like behind the scenes. So literally every recruit that came to K-State was in the dark about the program and like what actually happened on a day-to-day basis, because no coaches. He was like Willy Wonka. He like shut everything down and like closed all communication with anyone besides him. Really? And you look at it now and it's kind of weird, because I didn't really think that he was being like a dictator style of but like, man, now I understand, like, okay, so we do get behind the scenes, we do get access to this, we do get to see the team as a whole, and being able to like get that behind the scenes look is so important, especially to grow your program, because nobody knows what the fuck was going on with K-State. We'd be like,
absolutely not.
Like, nobody knew. Like, remember when I would be trying to do interviews in the summer about K-State, and like we turned the interviews into something that just made absolutely no sense. I would end up talking about the Chiefs anyways, and I'm like, why are we even trying? I don't know what the fuck's going on at K-State. Do you? Like, do you have a player that like you can just ask what's going on? They would cut off everything. So now that it's open, it should be a really good time. I'm bummed that I'm not going to go, but I have to be an adult and be responsible, and it's stressful for me, but damn it, trying it. So that's my reason for not going to the spring game. And then with LCS, like St. Louis, I mean, it's not far, but it's far enough to where that's like a buddy trip.
It is a buddy trip, but we have the truck now, so maybe it'll happen.
Yeah, and Steve's got to go to Omaha tomorrow, so maybe you can just go up to Omaha and then have him drive you over to St. Louis.
That's not close, no.
No, not at all. I'm sorry. I was trying to see how it would work out, but Kristen's going to St. Louis.
I know. Fucking take me.
Fucking take me.
Fucking take me. Just kidding. So LCS is tomorrow afternoon, and then there's an all-star game on Sunday with streamers. So it's like the most popular League of Legends streamers, not pro players. So that'll be fun.
That'll be really fun. So when is that, the streamer one?
The streamer one is on Sunday. I don't think that they've announced a time yet for that, but it'll be the Sunday afternoon sometime.
Okay, done. I will definitely be. I want to watch that because I like streamers because they're funny and they have personalities. Like watching
Right.
the final, I don't want to be a dick and be like those guys suck and they're boring. But I mean, come on.
A little bit. They
They're
are a little bit boring. But this finals that is coming up is a pretty big deal. Like it's gonna be, it's a lot of, like if all of the GOATs, like the greatest players that have been around for like a long time made it to finals like they ought to, is what is finally happening. So
nice.
yeah, it's kind of like a juggernaut match. It's gonna be pretty epic.
That is gonna be epic. I'm excited to watch it too. We'll watch it together.
Yay!
Are we brunching this weekend? Can we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brunch
I
and
have
league
nothing.
and NASCAR. Well, NASCAR is Saturday this week, right?
NASCAR Saturday night.
Okay.
Yeah, first night race of the year.
Woo boys! What are the
Woo
Speedy
boys.
boys doing? What's gonna happen this weekend?
There's not much news yet, so I don't really know. Everybody's being oddly quiet on the NASCAR front, so I'm not sure what's about to happen.
That is bizarre.
Yeah,
Secrety boys.
secrety boys. NASCAR night races are a little bit weird because the track is cold and that really changes the way the cars act. So,
Are we gonna see a lot of crashes?
yes and no. Like it's hard to get the traction rolling. It takes a long time for cars to settle in. So like the first stage is going to be probably pretty boring.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, that's probably gonna be what, like 8 or 9 to tune in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just tune in when the track gets warmed up. It'll be cool. Just give it time.
Give it time.
Well, yeah, we can do brunch, and then when league starts up, we can always watch that. I think it'll be fun, no matter what. Like, it'll be entertaining to see the streamers just like going after each other, I guess.
Yeah, it's gonna be really funny.
They'll be flaming everyone, and that's our specialty.
I know. Well, that's what one of the people that's playing is I Will Dominate, and he's the only person that I sub to on Twitch, and he is the saltiest motherfucker to ever live. So
That is gonna be awesome. Then I'm excited.
it is awesome. He blames everyone.
I can subscribe to that style of life. I will dig it. It's not zen, but you know what? I respect it.
There we go.
Respect
That's the way
it.
to roll.
All right, guys. Well, we will be back on Monday with lots of updates for you. And who knows what we're going to get into this weekend. Hopefully it's not fights or anything else because it's almost tourist season and we need to calm the fuck down.
For real.
So we'll see you guys on Monday and have a good weekend.